Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Thrift With Me video of the new year. I can't wait to take you to Goodwill, Savers, and then a 2,000 square foot estate sale marketplace. So first we're gonna go shopping. You'll see that footage in a second, and then we're gonna come back here. I'm gonna do a little bit of a haul, recap some of the pieces that I wanted to highlight specifically for you that'll be available on Etsy, and then also end with what sold in my Etsy shop over the past few weeks. So without further ado, let's get shopping. Hey everyone, so this is my very first trip back to the thrift stores in the new year. So I've had a sick kiddo at home, so I've been kind of cooped up, and I've been anxious to get out there because I need stuff for my vintage booths, for Etsy. So hopefully I have some good luck today. Hopefully the new year will bring me a lot of great finds. Okay, you guys, first thrift trip of the new year, Value Village. I have low expectations because it's a weekend and they're usually so busy, but hopefully I find something. So I just found these two beautiful pottery pieces. This one I think is porcelain, and it has so much detail, and miraculously it doesn't look broken. It's very dirty. It is $5.49. I'll need to look it up and see what it's about because it seems pretty old. And then this piece, I originally saw it like this, which is like, ooh, that's a cool shape, and like this detail on here, but then I turned it around. I'm not sure how I feel about the bear and like the moon or sun. I feel like it looks too cabin then and less versatile, so I'll probably pass on this one. I mean, that's a really good price, frankly. I guess you could always turn it around if you didn't like that part. But I'm gonna look this one up right now. So I checked comps and it's like 15, 30 at most. There's no like markings on it to know if it's anything older, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. So not super exciting, but this is a very nice wall basket. So I'll probably get this because this always has buyer. I am super over holiday stuff, but this tree topper is actually pretty cool for $3.99. So I think I may have to get this and hoard it until next year. So this is the first brass thing I have seen in a while at Value Village. It's $4.99. It's really cheap. I think it probably had a flower arrangement at one point, like a faux one. So I'm gonna pass on it, but it was exciting to see on the shelf. You guys know I collect hands, so I'm really tempted to pick up this guy. He's $4.99. He has some like pen marks on him, which maybe I could get out with like a magic eraser, or I could do something cute and paint on it because I have new like acrylic paint pens, which I'm sure you guys are laughing at knowing I'm not gonna ever do it. But I feel like for $4.99 I can't pass it up. So they're actually restocking, which almost never happens when I am here. So this mug caught my eye because it's a very interesting handle and it's handmade. So I think I'm gonna get it. And then this little thing is cute, but no idea what that would be for. And then I like this, but it's a little too raw on the top and sharp. And then I got kind of excited by this guy, but I'm pretty sure that looks like an IKEA tag underneath, so I will be passing on him. Oh man, here's someone's DIY. They took a mason jar and a candle holder and made this, I'm presuming for a centerpiece, probably for a wedding. So my dream is to find needlepoint pillows. I love them. I always look for them. Today, here is one on the shelf. It has butterflies and it says ho hum lack a day. What does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. It's definitely older. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up because I have no idea what ho hum lack a day is. So a ho hum lack a day means essentially a boring day. So maybe you guys have heard of this saying. So I think I'm gonna have to get it. It doesn't have a price tag. Apparently it was $4 at one point somewhere, but they have not priced it. So I never find these, so I think I'm gonna have to put in my cart. And another thing that I have not shown you is I did fish these out of the new carts too. They're little brass, little handled dishes for $2.99 each. I thought they might be cute for like, I don't know, Easter coming up for candies or something. So figured I'd put them in the cart. So this little table I literally just donated back today. And they priced it at $4.99. So yeah, I've had DIY plans that never happened, and so I decided to forgive myself for purchasing it and donated it back. So the mug aisle is absolutely packed. I have never seen it this packed before. These caught my eye. They're handmade and $3.49. They have a really good weight to them, and I like the size because they're a little bit smaller than like a standard mug. So assuming they have no chips, I'm gonna get these. So here's the haul. I didn't expect to get anything today because it's a Saturday and it's usually really busy, but I actually got a bunch of great stuff. And I love when there's like a theme in terms of the color palette and the tone. It's always fun when that works out like that. Also, pricing today was not insane. Like typical. So, and I even have a coupon still that I haven't applied yet for 20% off. Okay, so next stop is Goodwill. I'm walking in right now. When I was here last time, so like a few days after the holiday, they had already cleared out all the shelves and it was pretty sparse in here, despite the fact that there's a line out this, like if you look out the window, it's probably like 10 cars deep. So I know people are donating, just sometimes that stuff doesn't make it on the shelf. So maybe they will be stocked today. So this bowl is something else. It is this beautiful, vibrant blue. And then on the bottom, it is like a hot mess. Like it does not match at all. It is $2.99 and it's very heavy. So I don't think it's like someone's like good final piece. I think it's a project piece. But I love this blue color on top. So for $2.99, it's not a bad price. And then this over here is Italian. Let's see. Yep. Italy, $4.99. This is really pretty. I'll have to see if there's any chips in it, but I love these for entertaining. You guys, this is a hand-blown cat. It's glass, like art glass cat. It does not have a tag on it. I'll have to ask them how much this is. This is very cute. It has like this beautiful iridescent quality to it. Another aisle filled with mugs. And of course I zeroed in on this one because it's the handmade one. It's $2.99. The handle is extremely exaggerated, but it's really well made. And I love the stamping here. And it has a really nice lightweight feel to it. So it's really lovely mug. So I'm definitely going to get it. So this is kind of a cool piece. It is a carved stone luminary, but it is $10, which seems steep, but the colors are really pretty because there's the pinks and some greens. So I've never seen one quite like this before that's tall. I'm sure it has a buyer, but for $10, it seems like a lot to invest in it. Okay, so I got 3 things, 2 you saw, and then this guy was like an impulse at the end. It is metal, and it was only $4.99. It's really cute. It's definitely kind of like a Swedish horse, but not. It's like very plain Scandinavian style. So anyways, I thought it was great, and it was at the counter, and I asked him, like, is anyone going to buy this? Is it return? What's its story? Because I didn't want to take something that someone had put up there the whole time. Like, oh no, you can have it. I was like, yes. So 3 things. But overall, I have like a little over a bag full of stuff. So this is a very good start to the year. Good morning. So it's the next day, and I'm going to the PDX Estate Marketplace. It's near my house. And I always do this marketplace when they have it once a month because half off day is usually really good. It's busy, but I usually can find good stuff for my Etsy shop. So can't wait to get in there. Tons and tons of loose nudes for $5 each, but it's half off day, so they're probably half off this. I may get a couple for my vintage booth because I feel like they would be fun for customers to sort through on the tables. So many fun jewelry pieces. Just like the fun costume stuff, not particularly valuable. Do I need this because of my fish era? I feel like I should buy this and just take the fish off. But yeah, everything today is half off. So my friend Heather told me about a floral that reminded me of her, and it's on board to be 24 today. The colors are crazy good, so I think I'm gonna get it. So here are some like cottagecore, more primitive pieces. This basket would be $7. The handles are crazy. I've never seen one with handles like this. And then these do sell for me. They would be $9, and this would be half of $32. So definitely considering those. Oh, and those cute little ones over there would be good for organizers. Okay, gotta go through this whole table and see. Ooh, I like that picture, but you guys know I can't sell pictures, so I'll probably pass on that. I really love this brass box. It's $35, half off. It is great, the shape of the patina. So I gotta go put this up at the hold area. So far I've gotten 2 oversized things since I've been here. You guys, this is a mid-century dollhouse. Have you seen anything more fantastic than this? It's $3.75. Oh, and it comes with the furniture. Now this is not half off, so I probably should mention that anything over $100 is not half off typically. But wow, I know a lot of miniature folks on Instagram would love this. So this mug, I was totally shocked to turn it over and find out that it's Italian. So it is $6 with half off. You guys know mugs are a bestseller, so I think I'm gonna get this one. So this caught my eye. It'd be $4. It's metal with the gold. I thought it was a really cute trinket dish. Stuff like this tends to sell in my booth. And then I've sold every single bottle opener that I've gotten because it's just one of those things that people like get an impulse and buy. So this one I love with the brass and the wood. And even these ones are pretty cool too. So, oh, I like that glass piece there. What is this? Oh, it's an ashtray. Wow. Because it has the indent here. So 45 would be half off. Ooh, I'm trying to pick up more glass, but see, I'm just not confident knowing how much that would go for. So I gotta look it up. So part of me thinks I need to get this little pouch that says My Rosary because it reminds me of my grandma. Because, you know, she was Catholic, so she would have had many rosaries. And this is a really, I like the font on it. As a graphic designer, this font choice is amazing. OMG, you guys, vintage ski stuff. Look at the colors. They just don't do this anymore. So this one is 15, half off. I may have to get this for me because it's so cute. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the clothes can be so good. I have gotten many pieces from this marketplace. I like this nude lady, the colors. Now the colors in person are not quite as vibrant as on screen, but it would be like 40 some bucks. It's 95. So just at the threshold of the half off. Ooh, I really like it. Well, I think we all know who needs this tiki stuff. What a collection. I have never seen a collection like this outside of like an antique mall. So they have some really great clocks. And this one would be 12. And then this one is awesome too because look at the date on the bottom. And look at the cord. I mean, that is an oldie. And this one would be half off of 35. Man, I just am not confident knowing what type of clocks sell. Oh my gosh, look at that old phone. I'm tempted to bring one of these home just so my son can see what a phone used to look like. Ashtray. So yeah, these, oh, I don't know. I need to learn more about clocks. If you guys know anything, let me know. So I just pulled this off of the shelf. It is that shorthand, it would be $2.50. And it just reminds me, my mom, of like my grandma's time. So my mom is going to keep this for her. The scale is really neat too. So it's 24. It has the cool weight there. So it'd be 12 bucks. If it was all this color, I'd get it, but I'm not sure I like the tone of this metal. Love this. Oh my goodness, it's velvet in the gold. It is $185, so it is not half off because it's over 100. But this is beautiful. Wow. So you guys know I love a painted box. This is a souvenir box with a bunch of inlay. It is 12, so it'd be 6 bucks. So this is not vintage. It is September 2016. The colors are really, really vibrant. I tend to like the vintage ones because they're a little less like in your face in terms of the colors, but these are really pretty. Oh, look at the velvet inside. Wow. I adore wicker bags, and so this vintage one really appeals to me. It's 35 and then half off. It's definitely really worn. Like if it wasn't, this to me just looks dirty versus aged. And then the hardware has some wear, so I won't get it, but the shape is really cute. There are so many resin pieces at this Hawaiian table, like these. But the problem with resin is it ages, and so it gets really yellow over time, which is a bummer. Oh, here's some more of these. I like this one, and I actually own this one minus like the Los Cabos, and I love it. And not that I've ever used it, but I've always liked the shape of it and its eyeball. So if it had, like if it was plain and didn't have where it came from, I would probably get the second one to sell. This one I like it because it's brass. So mom just spotted something I missed on my first couple laps. So it's only going to be 16 bucks. It's a beautiful frame sketch. Okay, so we are back in my studio space and I'm gonna highlight a few of the things that I picked up. I'm just grateful that I even found things because I need a lot of inventory right now. My booth spaces are not as filled as they could be. And then also I have not listed on Etsy in, I feel like a couple weeks. December was just crazy. It was crazy for a number of reasons. Obviously the holiday, I was trying my best to do Vlogmas. I had a lot of client work, and then of course illness struck the house, and so I wasn't able to go out sourcing. And then it also was a good sales month. So I am like super low in inventory right now, which I need to really hustle to get more stuff. And so I'm just grateful that the thrift stores and that estate sale marketplace totally delivered some really good stuff. So some of the stuff is going to go to my vintage booth. Some of it's going to go online. Anything that's available on Etsy is usually linked down below. I'm not going to go through everything, but there's a few things that I want to highlight specifically. The glass is one of them because I'm trying really hard to pick up glass things for you guys. You know, it's just not something that I just naturally gravitate to, but this cat absolutely spoke to me. I mean, the iridescent quality, and especially since the sun is like coming in right now and it's hitting it, it is just absolutely beautiful. It's just so cute. So I had to get it. Now it has a hole in the bottom where it was, you know, broken off. So, and it's not a signed piece. So in terms of how valuable it is, I gotta do a little research, but it's just so cute and kind of mid-century. I feel like someone will want it. Let me know if you think I should put like a little piece of felt on the bottom. I'm feeling like a little piece of felt will make someone more comfortable about buying this piece and having it in their space. So let me know if you ever do that, if you add felt to the bottom of your stuff. And then the other two glass pieces I picked up, you guys saw this on footage, which is this beautiful, I think it's Italian ashtray. I just loved this like geometric gemstone type shape. It's very heavy, really well made. And then this piece you guys did not see in the footage because I bought this last year and totally didn't show you guys. So this is actually a signed piece. I actually wrote down is Sharon Fujimoto is the designer. So Sharon Fujimoto. The shape is incredible. It has these really cool like flecks of iridescence in it, which I just find so unique. And then the bottom actually has, you probably won't be able to see it, but right here is a signature. The first thing I do when I do find a piece of art glass is I do look for a signature. I at least know to do that because that usually means it's a piece that could be collectible. But otherwise I just look for things that are kind of interesting, and I usually do a Google lens on them because I know nothing about glass. And so I just always want to make sure that, you know, I have a starting point to know if it's something I should pick up, because at our thrift stores, usually glass is marked up pretty high. So you guys know I collect hands, and I almost left this behind because apparently I was having a stroke in the store and lost my mind. And so I brought this home because I realized I'm like, I could totally get this out with probably a magic eraser. Like, duh. You can tell my brain was not firing on all cylinders towards the end of the year and the beginning part of this month in January when I'm taping this. And so I was really excited to add this like articulating hand to my collection. It's only $4.99. Now, is this like valuable and old? I don't know. There's so many reproductions of this stuff. Like I believe IKEA has done these before. You can buy them on Amazon, but I don't know. I just like them. I don't have many like this that articulate, so I'm very excited to add this piece to my collection. So I totally forgot to mention that the glass pieces are going to be available on Etsy. So another thing that will be available on Etsy is this amazing brass trunk. It's the perfect size and it's super versatile because it can go on a surface to elevate stuff up. You can stack stuff on top of it. It can go inside of a bookshelf. It's just one of those amazing pieces that designers love to use, and the patina and the detailing is really, really good. This is a piece of brass that I would not shine up at all because the patina is just really good, and there's more people that will want it like this than probably would want it shiny. The hardware still opens and closes, but the hinges are non-existent. But people aren't using this probably for storage. It's usually for decor. So anyways, very excited about this piece, and it will be available on Etsy. So at the Estate Sale Marketplace, they had a whole table of nude sketches. I just can't believe how prolific that artist was. It was phenomenal. And they were only $2.50 a piece, which is such a great price. So I thought, you know what? I could pick up some of these and sell them individually in one of my booth spaces because people love rummaging through loose art. I absolutely love that. That's one thing I love about sourcing in Europe is there is so much art in Europe. It's crazy, and a lot of that art is loosely in portfolios and you get to go through it. I mean, that brings me a lot of joy. Those moments I love art, as you guys know. So rummaging through this pile was so fun for me. So I got 14 different sketches of all different bodies, ages, genders. It's just like a really wide variety. And I think I'm gonna sell them individually. I don't know what I should price them at though. So I'm gonna put them in plastic. I'm not gonna, frame them. Most of these are gonna be hard to frame because the subject matter it stretches to the end of, the piece of paper. And so you'd have to only focus in on some of it. So a lot of these should be like pinned to the wall or some other type of kind of like interesting and eclectic way of styling art, which I do love in like a gallery wall. I think it kind of helps break up all the framed art. But anyways, if you sell loose art in your booth, let me know how much you price it at. Like how much do you price like really good charcoal nude sketches at? So let me know, because I'd be curious. Because yeah, $250 I felt like was such a steal, and that there was really good margin probably in each of them. So anyways, really would love your expertise and advice if you've done this before, what you would price them at. And speaking of nudes, I need your advice and help on this. So I bought this nude at that marketplace as well. I love that it's very abstract. She has no face. It's just, really interesting. I feel like the most well done piece of this painting is her boob. Go figure. The artist focused in on what was probably the most exciting part of this and made sure that looked very good and realistic. So anyways, I actually bought this for me because I, just like nude art. I think it's very interesting. It's just a classic piece of art to have in your home. But I have a 6-year-old son. And so while I don't mind him seeing that at all, I don't know if other parents would mind if I had a nude painting on the wall if their kids came over for a play date. So because as of right now, I have art everywhere, but none of it is nude where like someone could see. And so I'm just like, I feel like my son would totally not even think about this, but I don't know about other families and how they would feel. So I would love to know your thoughts, because I can always sell it on my booth space and it would do totally fine there because it is a really unique piece and that boob is really well done. But I would like to know, like if, like as a parent, a grandparent, etc., how you would feel if this was on display in someone's home that you went to for a play date. So anyways, let me know. I'd be very interested. And a few other things that I'm not gonna bore you with showing again, but I did wanna ask your advice on another thing, and that is getting like the old smell out of vintage textiles. Like I know you can wash them and you can put bake them in baking soda and there's other things. So I would love to know what you guys are using on your vintage textiles. Sometimes I'll just take them to the cleaners and that kind of helps eat the odor out. Just keep in mind that we are a scent-free home. We are all very allergic to fragrances, not just me, my kiddo, my husband hates them as well. And so I can't put a dryer sheet in it and hope that solves the issue. So if you guys know of a really good natural cleanser that gets out kind of that weird musty smell out of clothes that would save me from having to take them to the dry cleaner, let me know, because I really want to get wearing this shirt, but it definitely smells like old clothes. But these stripes, man, the stripes are so good. The vintage ski wear at this estate sale marketplace was so good. I nearly cried. It was all so colorful and the silhouettes were so cool. I mean, it was just, I wanted to be, I don't ski, and I wanted to be that person who had all that ski gear and was looking probably amazing on the slopes. It was just, and everyone was trying on the stuff and everyone looked so cool. It was just a very fun experience. So I probably should mention that estate sale marketplace is called the PDX Estate Sale Marketplace. It's a 20,000 square foot facility in Tigard, and it is amazing. They have a sale once a month, and it's Saturday and Sunday, and then Sunday is half off day. So anything that's 100 and under is on sale. And so I always go half off day because that's when I usually can find something that I can flip for resale. And then also I can find a few things for my home. If you're just a person who doesn't resell and you want to find some really good quality pieces that have been curated and are, fairly priced, I would definitely recommend going day one because that's when it gets hit the hardest. It's crazy. And then Laura Caldwell, who I'm sure you guys all watch, she's doing pop-ups now with this estate sale marketplace. So make sure you check out when she does her pop-up too, because then you would get to meet her and Jesse. So that'd be an added bonus to go. So if you're local, it's definitely worth a trip there because the selection is always really good. And it's always like social hour for me because I end up meeting so many of my reselling friends there. Like we all go there and then we're like, oh, hey. And then we all try to go around the warehouse as fast as we can. before the other people get the good stuff. Okay, so those are all the things I wanted to highlight. Anything that's gonna be available on Etsy is usually linked down below in the description box. And then there's a lot of stuff that I did not show you that I bought in the footage that is actually gonna go straight into my vintage booth. And so if there's anything that I didn't show you here that you knew that I bought and you're interested, I can let you know what vintage booth it's at, and then you can go drive there and pick it up. Okay, so before I let you go, I thought you might be interested in kind of the items that sold in my Etsy shop towards the end of the month. Now, I definitely burnt out at the end of the last year. If you watch my latest video where I talk about how much I made and what the year was like for me professionally, you know that I hit a state of burnout in December. Not surprising. And so I did not do a lot of listing in December. So my sales definitely were smaller in December because I just couldn't handle shipping anymore. But I did make a few sales over the end of the month, over the holiday, and so I will share those with you right now. Let's talk about what sold in my Etsy shop the past week. So this really beautiful wooden drawer set, it sold for $89. And this sold for $68. I've actually had this for a little while, so I was really excited that it was gonna go to someone's family member for the holiday, a belated holiday present. This 3 set of bells sold for $28. This amazing vintage needlepoint that will be so sad for me to ship because I loved it and I considered keeping it. That sold for $168. You guys know I paid up for that. I actually paid $50. Invested in it, and so that's why it was priced higher, and then it's going to be a little bit more expensive to ship. And then these 2 book holders sold right away. Very excited about that, and they were $68 a piece. And then I had one more art piece that I had to pick up from one of my booths. I'll put that on the screen, and that also sold as well. Okay, so that is all I had to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for more thrifting and decorating content between my videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram. Thanks again, and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting or decorating video. Take care.